Chapter 59. The god of the plague is defeated. Zhou Xin broke open the east gate with his 3,000 soldiers. They rushed into the city with a roar of gongs and drums and war cries. Yang Jian confronted Zhou Xin. "You're bringing about your own end. Don't run away. Have a taste of my cutlass." Burning with a rage, Zhou Xin met the assault with his sword. They clashed and fought as fiercely as two tigers. Li Qi broke into the west gate, but his advance was checked by Ne Zha. Zhu Tianlin was held up by Jade Tripod at the south gate, and as Lu Yi and Yang Wenhui stormed the north gate, the yellow dragon immortal sped forward on his crane. "Halt, Lu Yi! How dare you? You'll meet your death here. You're just like a bird in a net now." Lu Yi confronted the yellow dragon immortal. "What do you think you can do to me?" The two battled sword against sword. Lu Yi once again assumed his three-headed, six-armed form. As he fought Zhou Xin, Yang Jian began to worry that the innocent would be slaughtered in great numbers if the battle lasted too long. He released his sky-barking hound, which bit into Zhou Xin's neck. As Zhou struggled with the dog, Yang Jian slashed him in two. Zhou's soul flew to the terrace of creation, and Yang Jian set after Zhou's men, who turned and fled for their lives. Yang Jian then went to the center of the city to assist Jade Tripod in his battle with Zhu Tianlin. After several rounds inside the west gate, Ne Zha knocked Li Qi from his horse and stabbed him through the armpit, sending his soul flying to the terrace of creation. Ne Zha then drove Li Qi's soldiers away, inflicting heavy casualties. The yellow dragon immortal found himself no match for Lu Yi. The immortal had to give up ground and fled to the center of the city. Yang Wenhui yelled, "Get hold of the yellow dragon immortal. Quick, quick!" When Ne Zha heard this, he raced up on his wind-fire wheels. "Lu Yi, don't be so anxious. I'm coming now." He stabbed at Lu Yi, and the latter met the attack with his sword. A violent struggle ensued. In his battle with Zhu Tianlin, Jade Tripod cast up his immortal beheading sword and sliced off Zhu's head. He and Yang Jian joined Ne Zha against Lu Yi and Yang Wenhui. By now the whole Shang army had fled, leaving only Lu Yi and Yang Wenhui behind. Jiang Ziya was resting in the Silver Security Hall and talking with Thunderbolt, Jingjia, Mujia, Dragon Beard Tiger, Huang Tianhua, and Earth Traveler Sun. When he heard the war cries, he asked the reason, but none of them knew. "I'll go and find out," Thunderbolt said. From the air, he could see Lu Yi already inside the city. He quickly went back and reported, "Lu Yi holds us in great contempt. He's now in the city." Jingjia, Mujia, Huang Tianhua, and the others shouted in one voice, "We won't rest until we have the head of Lu Yi." Despite Jiang Ziya's protests, they all left the mansion for the center of the city. In the midst of combat, Lu Yi heard Jingjia yell, "Brothers, don't let him run away." When he saw Jingjia cast up his invisible dragon stake, he patted his camel, telling it to rise from the ground and run away on the wind and clouds. But he was too late to evade Mujia's hooks of Wu, and one of his arms was cut off. Seriously wounded, he ran away with Yang Wenhui. They came to a mountain where a shaken Lu Yi got down from his camel and sat on a rock. This terrible defeat is bound to damage the reputation of Nine Dragon Island. Where can we find someone to help us let revenge? Lu Yi asked. Just then they heard somebody approach from behind singing a song. Lu Yi turned his head and saw a man who seemed to be neither a Taoist nor layman. He was dressed in a Taoist robe, but wore a warrior's helmet. He walked up slowly, carrying a monster-subduing club. Lu Yi got up and asked, "Who's that Taoist coming?" "I'm none other than Wei Hu, disciple of the Heavenly Master of Divine Virtue. On my master's orders, I'm going to help Uncle Jiang Ziya conquer the 5 passes. I'll subdue Lu Yi as a deed of merit with which to meet the Prime Minister." Yang Wenhui flew into a rage. "You brazen oaf! How dare you? When Yang Wenhui leapt forward to attack him, Wei Hu smiled. What a coincidence! How lucky I am to find Lu Ye right here. Wei Hu and Yang Wenhui fought back and forth over the mountainside like a pair of tigers. After 5 rounds, Wei Hu threw his club into the air. It was impossible for Yang Wenhui to avoid the powerful weapon. He was struck in the head, and his skull broke into pieces. His soul flew to the terrace of creation. Angered that his last disciple was killed, Lu Ye shouted, "You brutal beast! How dare you!" He advanced with his sword, but Wei Hu wielded with his club an endless variation of mystical movements. After 6 rounds, Lu Ye saw Wei Hu cast the club into the air again and took flight on a beam of yellow light. When Lu Ye fled the scene, Wei Hu retrieved his club and set off for West Qi. He was admitted at once, and kowtowing before Jiang Ziya, he said, "Uncle, I'm Wei Hu, disciple of the Heavenly Master of Divine Virtue. By order of my master, I'm here to help you achieve our common goal." I met Lu Ye on the way, and though Lu Ye himself fled, I managed to knock off the Taoist accompanying him. Jiang Ziya was greatly pleased to hear this news. Lu Ye had meanwhile returned to Nine Dragon Island to make an umbrella of plagues, and Su Hu was disappointed when Zhen Lui still refused to go over. What shall I do? I keep doing things to offend Jiang Ziya. Su Ht worried. Master Pure Essence was quietly meditating in his cave, recovering his 3 spiritual flowers and 5 energies when White Crane Lad arrived with a message from Mount Kunlun. The Immortal received him and read the order to attend his Grand Master in West Qi, as a ceremony was to be held to honor Jiang Ziya as commander of the punitive expedition against King Zhou. He saw White Crane Lad off and was returning to his cave when he met his disciple Ying Hong. My disciple, you aren't destined to become an immortal. Your uncle Jiang Ziya will soon advance through the 5 passes to meet all the marquises in Mengjin. Leave now and render what assistance you can. There is only one problem. Master. What problem can there be? You're the son of King Zhou. How could you be willing to serve? King Wu. Gnashing his teeth, Yin Hong cried. Master. Though I'm the son of King Zhou, Da Ji is my lifelong enemy. A son isn't filial if his father isn't kind. On Da Ji's instigation, he gouged out my mother's eyes and burnt her hands, causing her to die a tragic death. I am only too glad to avenge her, and I'll do it even if it costs my life. The Immortal was delighted with his answer. You may be sure now, but don't change your mind later. He warned. How dare I do anything against your will? The Immortal took out his purple fairy longevity robe, Yin-Yang mirror, and water fire sword, and gave them all to Yin Hong. Yin Hong, you'll meet Mother Fire Spirit at the Good Dream Pass. She wears a golden haze coronet, and a golden haze 40 feet high covers her body. She'll see you clearly, but you won't be able to see her at all. But that doesn't matter, because with this longevity robe, neither cutlass nor sword can hurt you. When he handed his mirror to Yin Hong, he said, "This mirror is white on one side and red on the other. When you flash the white side, anyone before you will die, but they will come back to life when you shine the red side." When the Immortal handed over the water fire sword, he explained, "This will protect you at all times. Go now. I will follow soon." As Yin Hong began to descend the mountain, the Immortal thought, "For the sake of Jiang Ziya, I've given him everything, but he is, after all, the son of King Zhou. What shall I do if he changes his mind?" He cried. "Come back here, Yin Hong. Why do you call me back, Master?" Yin Hong asked. "What further instructions do you have for me? I've given you all my magic weapons. Never forget what I've told you." The Immortal said worriedly, "How dare I? I would have died if you had not rescued me. Men often say one thing but think another. A pleasant face sometimes hides a wicked heart. What guarantee is there that goodness will last to the end? You must take an oath." The Immortal commanded, "If I change my mind, May my limbs be burned to ashes." Ying Hong swore without any hesitation. "An oath will always hold true. Go now." Ying Hong left Master Pure Essence and set off for West Qi. On the way he alighted on a precipitous mountain with peaks which towered thousands of feet in the air and which were covered with cypresses, pines, and creepers. Foxes and deer wandered about, and apes and gorillas chattered in the trees. Ying Hong was enjoying the scenery when a crash of gongs rang out in the thick forest. A man with a long red beard, yellow eyebrows, and gold-plated eyes appeared. Dressed in a black robe, he rode on a black horse. He wore a suit of gold chain mail and held 2 ridged silver staves. "Where does that bloody Taoist lad come from? How dare he spy on my hideout?" He attacked Ying Hong with his silver staves, and Ying Hong defended himself with his water-fire sword. They were just engaged in combat when another man cried from the foot of the mountain, "Brother, I'm coming." A bearded man, wearing a tiger skin cap, and with a face like a red date, charged up on a yellow horse, and joined the first man against Ying Hong. How could Ying Hong fight against them alone? "Let me try out the yin-yang mirror," he thought, taking out the mirror from his bag. He flashed the white side on the 2 men. They instantly tumbled from their horses and lay motionless in the dust. Just then another 2 men, even more wicked and horrible in appearance, rushed up the mountain. The first had a golden face, short hair, and a coiled beard. He was dressed in a red robe and silver armor, and he charged up on a white horse while brandishing a big cutlass. Ying Hong was filled with dread. He flashed the white side of his mirror on him, and the man fell from his horse. At the sight of Ying Hong's magic, the second man quickly dismounted, knelt down, and pleaded, "We beg your mercy, great celestial.